So you want to be a freelance writer. All right, so I'm going to show you right now how to find your first freelance writing jobs as a complete beginner. All right, I'm here to help you. My name is Elna Cain, and I want you to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to get some freelance writing advice from a experienced freelance writer for many years. All right, I'm here to help you. All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to help you find those freelance writing jobs as a new beginner. All right, here we go. All right. So, how much can you make writing? I'm sure this is the number one question you're thinking about. If you're working full-time, a 9-to-5 job, or you're at a job you don't like, or doing several part-time jobs, can you really make it as a writer, and especially an online freelance writer? Yes, you can. Now, it's a great way to make money online is with the content that you write. Now, to make a living as a writer, you need to find a way to find freelance writing jobs quickly and easily. And this video will go into 3 highly converting ways to find a freelance writing job for you. All right. Now, if you have any few of these, then you can make thousands a month. Yay! Now, according to ZipRecruiter, a freelance writer online can earn over $60,000 a year, or around $5,200 per month. All right. That's kind of nice, I think. Well, how do you find your first writing job? The core ways you can find your first freelance writing job as a beginner will be different than if you've been freelance writing for years. Now, I've been freelance writing since 2014. Yes, I'm old now. Oh dear. And I no longer rely on the methods that I'm going to show you right now, which is actually a good thing. It shows you that you can land jobs quickly as a beginner this way, and then over time you can excel in your writing niche, in your services, and in your marketing strategies to get better clients down the road. All right, so these main ways for landing clients is quick and easy for you. So I want you to take notes if you need to. But if you want to know how I currently land clients, I land clients with my writer website, from recurring jobs, and through referrals. Those are my main ways. All right, so the first way to find freelance writing jobs as a complete beginner is with job boards. All right, job boards are still a very viable option and an easy way to land your first freelance writing job, let me tell you. Now, while many job boards are saturated, there are job boards just for freelance writers. So I don't want you to think about going to like Indeed jobs or Elance to find freelance writing jobs. Instead, I want you to focus on just job boards for freelance writers. All right. And those are ProBlogger, Blogging Jobs, and Freelance Writing. So over here is ProBlogger. I just took a snapshot of it the other day, and you can see, I mean, it's filled with writers that they need right now in all different types of writing niches. Like, they need writers about guns. They need to know, are you familiar with guns and that type of content? Then you can write for Hunting Mark. Here are nonfiction writers wanted for Hot Ghostwriter. This looks like it's a ghostwriting gig, which can be lucrative. Here is one for a car automotive website. That was one of my first legit freelance writing jobs, with a car automotive section of the Toronto Star newspaper. So I was really lucky in that. Even though I knew nothing about automotive things, I was still able to write for them. So there are lots of jobs. So head on to ProBlogger.com to the job section. I will put the links in the description below. Another job board is Blogging Pro. You may not have heard of. Now, Blogging Pro only shows you blogging jobs. And I feel, I don't know about you, but blogging jobs are one of the best freelance writing jobs you can have right now. They're easy, they're reoccurring, and you can make good money with that. I only write blog posts for my clients. I don't do any other type of content. I have in the past, but I mostly just do blog writing for my clients. And it's lucrative, and I make a living out of that. So again, here is a snapshot of Blogging Pro. They need a landing page writer. Writing landing pages is a great way to make money. It's one of the copywriting services you can offer as a copywriter. So make sure to check out that video because I do talk about landing page writing there. Here is marketing for SaaS writers. I do SaaS. What does it stand for? Service as an option or something as an option? Sorry, even though that's my niche, I write for those digital tools and services like Tailwind, like those types of landing page services and things like that. Here's a copywriter, media interview journalist. There are all different types of writers on this job board. And here is freelancewriting.com and their job site. What's nice about this one is that they curate jobs from all over. So they do have ones from Ed 2010, Craigslist, Indeed, Blogging Pro, Freelance Blogging Jobs, Freelance Job Openings, and FLW Exclusive. So they will have all these job sources here, and you can pick if you just want to see Blogging Pro. Instead of going to the actual Blogging Pro website, you can just check it here. And so they have lots of different types of writers, but a lot of them do want experience. So check to see what's out there for sure. Now, sourcing a job board ad. Ooh, you know what? I wasn't even showing you freelance writing job board right here. Here it is. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about that. You're seeing my lovely face, my lovely face. Okay. So here is freelancewritingjobs.com. And like I said, they source from a whole bunch of different sites. So you can pick just Indeed or Craigslist, or you can just see what's all available. And like I said, a lot of these do want some form of experience. A lot of these are more niche down to specific types of writing, but it's worth a look for sure. Now, as I was saying, sourcing jobs, make sure to read the job ads fully and check to see if there are any red flags. Okay, so common red flags for a freelance writing job are the pay is too little for what they want. So they might say, I will pay $20 for 5,000 word blog posts. That's a red flag for me. I would not take that writing gig, especially for how much writing that they want for such little pay. It could lead to clients that just don't value you as a writer and give you more and more work for little pay. Another red flag is wanting an unpaid sample for a business. Now, they may not like that you have a writing sample on your portfolio. Instead, they want you to write a specific sample just for their business. I would not take that gig, or I would not do that especially if it was unpaid. All right, because they could just take your content and you can never hear back from them. This happened to me very early on, like within the first month as a freelance writer when I was pitching. I actually did that and I never heard back from them, and I gave them my content because I was naive and I had no idea that that would happen. Wanting you to write like Neil Patel, but pay you pennies for it. There are so many job ads that say, this is the type of writing I seek, and they link to Neil Patel's blog. This is the type of writing that I want you to do, long form SEO content like Neil Patel, but the pay doesn't match up, okay? And the clients that I have pay me my worth for that type of content, all right? So you may not find those types of jobs right away on job boards, but it's still a great avenue as a new freelance writer to just get in there and land a couple of those easy freelance writing jobs. Sourcing a job board ad. Now, many job ads will require like X number of years in their niche industry or writing experience. Now, if you don't have that number of years, I would still pitch that job ad because you could be the right writer for them that knows how to write online content, all right? So finally, follow the instructions to pitch to them. They may want a resume or writing samples or where you've been published. All right, so here is a job ad that links to a Google Doc survey. And in the survey, they specify that they want writing samples and to provide links to those samples. So here down the survey, it says, do you have freelance writing experience? You tick yes. Even if you're brand new, tick yes, please. Have you previously written any sewing or craft related articles? This is for a sewing writing job. If so, provide 2 to 3 links to samples below. And you can press yes, and then those are the links there. Easy little way to land a freelance writing job in the craft industry. Okay. Now, the second way to land freelance writing jobs is with cold pitching. If you're unfamiliar with cold pitching, make sure to check out my video on cold pitching. It is right up here, so check that out after you finish watching this video. All right, so let's get to it. If you have the time to devote to pitching and then cold pitching would be your option for sure. All right. And you can find freelance writing jobs easily and that are better paying than the ones you would find with job boards. Now, cold pitching entails finding a website that isn't actively hiring writers and pitching them your writing services. So to find websites to cold pitch, you can search for sites in your writing niche or use a directory like LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a fabulous platform to get on. So I just typed in sewing companies because I was on that niche for crafting. And here there are different sewing companies. You can find thousands of them on LinkedIn. Now, from here, find a company and decide if you want to work with the huge brands or the smaller businesses with 100 people or less, 100 employees or less. Now, personally, I suggest that you start with smaller businesses as you will get responses more often from them than if you only pitch to large brands. All right, so for example, here in the beauty niche is Lime Crime. All right, they have 49 employees on LinkedIn to their name. And so that's a small company. And they might need a copywriter for their product descriptions or an email marketer writer. All right, so this is a perfect company you can cold pitch to if you're a beauty writer. If you find companies on LinkedIn, then you can connect with them on that platform. All right, so go ahead and research that brand and get to know their audience, their products, and base and brand message them before you start pitching. Right, so when ready, you can craft a personalized cold pitch or a letter of introduction. And on my blog, I do have a video on how to write a letter of introduction for a cold pitch and a new cold pitching tactic that you can use to find clients. All right, social media is the last way you can find a freelance writing job. And this is a little bit lengthy, so let's get into it. Social media is a gold mine for finding freelance writing jobs. If you hadn't already figured that out, I just showed you how you can use LinkedIn to find companies to cold pitch to, and you can use the same strategies on all these platforms. But just to let you know, there are specific strategies you can use on these different platforms. You can find a writing job on Instagram, on Twitter, or on Facebook. All right, and if you didn't know that, then hang on to your horses right now because I'm going to show you how you can land those jobs there. All right, so on Twitter marketing tips to help you find freelance writing jobs. There are 3 main ways you can use Twitter to land jobs. I want you to follow writing job sites. I want you to search hashtags related to writing jobs. I want you to follow brands you want to write for and engage with them on social media. So I'm going to dive deep into those strategies just for Twitter, and I'll do the same for Facebook and Instagram. Follow job sites. All right, make sure to follow freelance writing job sites on Twitter. You may have to check to see if they are active over time. So here is a Twitter handle, Write Jobs. I'll put the link in the description below that they are active. This was posted 3 hours ago when I took a screenshot of this the other day. All right, so, and they post, it looks like really good freelance writing jobs, and it looks like fiction too, fiction types of content. Here's another one, Jobs Tweets. I'll put the link in the description below. They are pretty active, not completely, but they're pretty active. All right, so you want to start searching hashtags related to freelance writing on Twitter. So do several searches for freelance writing jobs to check the latest information, and you will get blog posts and other posts. So it might be a little time consuming if you search that hashtag. Some other ones are writing jobs, remote writing jobs. All right, so this is freelance writing jobs, and like I said, you're going to get blog posts and other things besides just jobs. So play around with those hashtag key terms. And then finally, you want to follow brands that you want to end up writing for. So, oh, I didn't mention that in Twitter. This is for Facebook. Sorry, let's move on to Facebook. Some quick Facebook marketing tactics to land freelance writing jobs. Get into entrepreneur Facebook groups. All right, that's where you're going to start following and recognizing entrepreneurs in your industry and see if they have a Facebook group. You want to provide helpful comments in those Facebook groups. Search in groups for copywriter, for freelance writer, to see if people need a writer for their team. All right. And then Instagram. Instagram can be a gold mine for finding freelance writing jobs. I am interested in growing my Instagram account. So if you want, follow me at Elna Cain over on Instagram. but I do want to see if I can land some writing gigs there. So some quick Instagram marketing tactics to land freelance writing jobs. Provide helpful posts on your feed to help your ideal client. I want you to create stories and reels about your business and follow brands you want to write for and engage with their content. So one of my writers here, Michael, is a golf writer, and he posted his golf content. But what he did in the caption below is that he mentioned that he was a writer. So it says here, what is a hobby or interest that you want to tell the world about? I am passionate about golf and consider something, something. And then he mentions his writing. And here's why do I love the freelance writer life? Because I can take time out of my day to spend time on the golf course with Dad. So he's mentioning that he plays golf, that he is a freelance writer. All right, so these are all posts, and companies have reached out to him to write about golf through Instagram. So definitely a viable way to land freelance writing jobs. All right, now, if you need help with writing your first writing sample, go ahead and check out my Writing Sample Starter Kit for new writers. It's a budget-friendly course, and I also give you 250 writing sample ideas, which, that's a lot, and that can help you find your niche and write different topics that you know clients are seeking those types of topics. And I'll put the link in the description below. All right, so there you go. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more freelance writing advice, and I'll see you in the next video.